Hi, this is Dave McComb from Semantic Arts. We did a webinar this morning on data governance and big data, and it was well received, and there's a lot of people who couldn't attend, so we're re-recording it now. And the idea really is about what can big data bring to governance and vice versa, and how can ontologies help. And today's presentation was trying to get everybody on the same page about, what are ontologies and how might they help. I work for a company called Semantic Arts. We're a consulting company, and we help enterprises adopt and leverage semantic technology in their enterprise architectures. I've been at this for a long time. We founded the SEMTech Semantic Technology Conference, and that's kind of the go-to place if you want to get deeper into this stuff, and wrote a book called Semantics and Business Systems. So here's kind of why we're even having this warm-up talk. We're really now trying to look at how do big data governance and ontology sort of fit together, and today's talk is really on the ontology side. So at one level, what we really want to use ontologies for and taxonomies, and we're going to use those in the same sentence for a minute and then distinguish them, is sort of to bring some order out of the chaos that we've built with our systems. We have, most large enterprises have hundreds or thousands of complex multi-user systems, each of which creates meaning and makes distinction in the information that it contains and that it manages. And using taxonomies and ontologies is really about finding the hidden order and the arrangements and reasoning over them. So when people first start into this discussion, a lot of times there's talk about taxonomies. Taxonomies are hierarchical arrangements of concepts. They're everything from the whole genus and species thing to very small organizations of categories of facts. The sort of the shortcoming, I guess, if you will, of taxonomies, they're relatively easy to understand, but there's a problem that makes them hard to scale, and that is every time somebody invents a taxonomy, some ordered organization of categories, people that are going to use that taxonomy have to understand it, and they have to understand all the categories, and the people that are categorizing information have to know them intimately in order to get things into the right categories, and the people consuming them have to understand it in order to make sure they get what they're looking for. So what's interesting is, we know that taxonomies can scale up to very large scales. The whole animal and plant kingdom taxonomies have millions of entries in them. And there's some, famous taxonomies. In healthcare, for instance, SNOMED has 800,000 concepts, I believe. And yet, at only a few hundred concepts, we already start to develop problems. And we're going to create the thought here that we really ought not to be making extremely large taxonomies. We should be making small taxonomies and fitting them into a larger structure and providing a context for them so that each individual taxonomy isn't such a huge mental burden to get your head around.